Hi everyone, welcome back to a new tutorial video where I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful waistcoat blouse. If this looks like a tutorial you're interested in, you want to learn how to make this blouse for yourself or for your client, please keep on watching, subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already, and let's get started. In our last tutorial, we started the making of this blouse where I shared with you guys how to go about the pattern drafting. And after we were done drafting out the patterns, we went ahead to use them to cut on the fabric. So today we are going to be joining all the pieces together step by step for the making of the blouse. In case you missed the pattern drafting video, I'm going to leave the link to that video in the description box so you can go ahead to watch it later, okay? So these were all the pieces we cut out. So these are the two front pieces and these other ones are the back pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a cut at the waistline and also at the bust line. So here's the waistline. You're going to make a little cut because when we are joining together, all these cuts are going to match up so that we'll be able to join it accurately. You're going to also do the same thing to the other front piece. Then you will do the same thing to the back pieces as well. So just make a cut where the waistline and the bust line is, just the way you see me doing. Can you see? So just make the cuts like this, and after you are done making those cuts, that is it. You're going to bring the front pieces. So these are the front pieces. The first thing I'm going to do now is I will take out the pattern paper. So just go ahead and remove your paint and take out the pattern paper. After you are done taking out the pattern paper, you're going to remove the main fabric. So these two here are the main fabric, then these other ones are the lining fabric. I'll place them aside. We are going to start working on the main fabric. So go ahead and open it up on the table the way you see me do. So just place it on the table like this. These are the center front pieces. Then you're going to place the side to it the way they correspond. Now we are going to be joining, so go ahead and place it together like this. All those notches that you make sure that they match up, then go ahead to pin it down. Can you see what I'm doing? So just use your pin to pin it down all the way to the top. Then you also pin the end as well. So guys, after you are done pinning, you take it to your sewing machine to sew. You're going to do the same thing to the other one. So go ahead and pin it together, then you sew it as well. After sewing the front pieces, you're going to do the same thing to the back pieces. Take out the pattern paper. Then first of all, remove the main fabric. So these are the main fabric. Place the lining aside. Now open up the main fabric on the table, just like this. Then you're going to place the side to it the way they correspond to each other. Then you're also going to go ahead to pin it down. So all those notches you make sure that they are matching up. Then go ahead to pin it down the way you see me doing. So after pinning, you will sew. You do the same thing here as well. So this is what I had after I was done joining all the pieces together. So these ones here are the front pieces. I have joined it, and after joining, I made cuts on it. Then I went ahead to iron the seam flat. I did the same thing here. So make cut so that it will be flat after you are done ironing. Can you see how it is looking so clean from the inside? So this is how it is going to look like. After joining the main fabric, I also went ahead to join the lining pieces of the front. So I also joined the lining of the front the same way, and I iron it out as well. So this is what you are going to do. These are the front pieces, the main fabric and the lining fabric. I also joined the back pieces as well. So here we have the main fabric of the back pieces. I joined it, make cut, then open up the seam and iron it flat. This is what the inside is looking like, and I also joined the lining pieces as well. Now I'm going to take the back pieces back to my sewing machine. We are going to be joining this middle area. So just go ahead and pin it together the way you see me doing. Then take it to your sewing machine, you join it. You're going to do the same thing to the lining pieces of the back as well. After I was done joining, I also open up the seam and I iron it very flat. Now this is what you will have. I did the same thing to the lining piece of the back. So this is what you have them to be looking like. Now the next thing we are going to do is to join the shoulders. You're going to place the front pieces on the back piece. You are going to take it to your sewing machine to join. You do the same thing to the lining fabrics as well. After joining the shoulders, this is what you should have it looking like. Can you see? I've joined the shoulders and I did the same thing to the lining fabric. Now, the next thing we are going to do is at the shoulder area here, you will see that the front is a little bit longer at the shoulder. So just go ahead and trim it out. If you have any excess at the shoulder, so this is the time for you to trim it out and make sure that everything is perfectly okay. So after I was done trimming it out on the main fabric, I also had the same excess on the lining fabric, so I just went ahead to trim it out as well. Okay, so after you're done trimming, guys, now you're going to open up the lining fabric, right? You're going to bring your shoulder pad. So if you want to put shoulder pad in your own, because what we are trying to recreate, it has shoulder pad. So this is the time to sew your shoulder pad to the lining fabric. So the shoulder pad was a little bit too big, so I just placed them together. I'm going to be trimming about 1/2 inch away from it, which I just did. So after you are done cutting out of it, you're going to fold it together like this. You make a notch. Then take the other one, fold it together into two and make a notch. So after you're done making those 2 notches, now you're going to be placing it at the shoulder area of your lining fabric. So you're going to place it on it like this. The straight part is going to be at the armhole area. Then this other side will be at the shoulder. So if you feel like it's still too big, then just trim it out the way you see me do. So make sure that the notch is at the shoulder. Okay, then you will take it to your sewing machine. You're going to sew it at the armhole area, just the way you see me demonstrating. So after you are done sewing, guys, that is it. But I decided that I didn't want to put shoulder pad in my own because I don't want mine to be bulky at the shoulder the way the one we are recreating is. So I didn't sew shoulder pads to my own. But in case you want to sew shoulder pad to your own, that's how you are going to do it. You sew it to the lining fabric. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'll be joining the main fabric and the lining fabric together. You can see how I placed it together. I placed the lining on my main fabric, the right side facing each other, and as you can see, I'm just pinning it down at the neck area. So what I'm basically doing here is I'm pinning together the main fabric and the lining fabric. So just arrange it up, then pin it down from the neck all the way down to the front. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? So this is exactly what you're going to do. After you are done pinning it down like this, you're going to take it to your sewing machine to sew it. So you're basically going to be sewing it from the end all the way round to the neck and back to the other side. So just go ahead and sew it down like that. After I was done sewing, this is what I had. I flipped it to the right side and I ironed it out very well. And this is how it is looking like. It's already coming out so beautiful. Can you see, guys? So it's already coming out so fine. So this is what you're going to have after you are done joining it together at the neck. So right now I'm going to go ahead and pin down the button area. So can you see what I'm doing? So just place it on top of each other, then go ahead and pin it down. So after you are done pinning it down, go ahead and arrange your fabric. So can you see what I'm doing? So arrange it up at the shoulder and also at the body, because we are going to be trimming out of the armhole. So I realized that the armhole is not wide enough for what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and, place the armhole area together. Then I'm going to pin it down. Can you see what I'm doing? Then this other side, you're going to do the same thing. So go ahead and pin it down at the shoulder. After you're done pinning it down, guys, you're going to be trimming out of the armhole. So you have to first of all measure your armhole to be sure that after you're done sewing it, it's going to be smaller than what you need for you to trim it. So it was after I was done measuring, I realized that it's going to be smaller than what I need. So that's why I decided to trim about 1/2 inch away from it. So don't just trim it because you see me trimming it. So first of all, measure it to be sure it's not up to what you need before you go ahead to trim. Okay, so after I was done trimming, I measured it and it was exactly what I need. So this is it, guys. This is what I have. Now I'm going to place the two together to be sure that they are the same thing. So after I was done placing it together, you can see they are exactly the same thing. So I just trim out this part. So they are exactly the same thing, and this is it. Now I'm going to take away the pins that I use in holding it down. Then I will open it up just like this. I'm going to be trimming out of the lining fabric. So at the armhole, I'm going to be trimming about 0.25 away from the lining. It's not up to ½ inch, it's just about 0.25. So trim it out like that. Can you see? You are going to do the same thing to the other side. Now, trimming out of the lining, this is going to help the armhole area to be very nice. After we are done sewing it, the lining is not going to be showing. So that's why you have to do that trimming. So after you are done trimming like that, now it's time to sew. You're going to open up the armhole, open one part of the armhole, then you place the other one inside. Then you take the armhole, the main fabric and the lining fabric, you place it together. You're going to pin it down. I don't know if you guys understood what I just did. Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining again when I'm doing the other one. So now you take it to your sewing machine, just go ahead and sew the armhole. This is what I had after I was done sewing, and you can see I have made cuts on it. So make cut because it is a curve. Now you're going to go ahead and flip it out. So just put your hand inside and bring it out through one of the side. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? So just go ahead and push it out. After you are done pushing it out, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Can you see the armhole that we just sewed? So what you need to do now is you take it to your ironing table to iron it out very well. After ironing, now let me show you guys how to sew the second one in case you didn't get it the first time. So open it up on your table just like this. Can you see what I did? Place this other side on it at the middle. Can you see how it's sitting on it like this? Then you're going to take the shoulder area, place it together, the main fabric and the lining fabric, you pin it down. So after pinning, you're going to place it together like this. Can you see? So just put it together like this. Then pin everything down, take it to your sewing machine, then sew it. So that is how you're going to do it. After doing that, flip it out and iron. So this is what you're going to have after you are done sewing the armhole area, just as I've demonstrated. So can you see how nice it is looking like? It's looking so beautiful already, guys. So this is it, guys. Now the next thing we are going to do is to work on the end, on the down part, and to do that you're going to place the side here together. First of all, you're going to pin it down so that you will check if there is any part that is longer than the other. So after I was on pinning, you can see at the back here it is a little bit longer than the front. I'm just going to trim out the excess. Can you see? So just do that. You do the same thing to the other side, pin it down so that if there's any excess, you trim it out. So that other side did not have excess. So after doing that, fold it together and be sure that it is the same thing. So after you are done making sure that everything is the same, it is perfect, go ahead and take out your pins. Now you're also going to be cutting out of the lining of the fabric. So at the end here, you're going to cut ½ inch away from the lining, just the same way we did when we were sewing the armhole, so that the lining will not be popping out as well. So cut away ½ inch from the end of your lining, just the way you see me doing. So after you are done cutting away ½ inch like this from both the back and the front piece, so you're going to flip it to the back, then go ahead and sew it down. Then you sew this part all the way down. So that is what you're going to do. For the back piece, you do the same thing. So place it together and sew. So guys, after I was done sewing, I went ahead to iron it, and can you see how perfect the end of it is looking like? So this is how yours is supposed to look like as well. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to be joining the side. You're going to flip your fabric to the wrong side just like this, then place the side together like this, then go ahead to pin it down. After you are done pinning it down like that, you're also going to pin down the other side. So place it together and pin it down as well. After pinning it on both sides, now you're going to be taking your body measurement. At the bust area, you will take your bust measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch. My bust is 36, divided by 2, that's 18, but I'm going to be marking 19. As for the waist, I will take my waist divided by 2 plus 1 inch. My waist is 28, divided by 2, that's 14, but I'll be marking 15. My hip divided by 2 is 20, but I'm going to be marking 21. This extra 1 inch that we are adding is going to give room for ease, so that it's not going to be too tight. Okay, so after I was done sewing it, after I was done joining it like that, I went ahead to weave it, and this is what you should have it looking like. So this is it, guys. This is it for the joining. You can see we're almost done with the making of this blouse. Now the next thing we are going to do is to mark out the buttonhole. So I just went ahead to pin it down at the buttonhole area. So here I'm going to be measuring what I have. I will divide it into 3. So one buttonhole will be here. So I'll just come down by about 4.5. I'll mark another one. So just make sure that where you are placing your buttonhole, it is like evenly spread. So I marked out 3 buttonholes. So all I need to do now is I will take it to my machine. I will sew the buttonhole. Then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to fix my buttons to it. And that will be all for the making of this blouse. You can see how it's looking from the back. It's looking so pretty, guys. After I was done making the buttonholes, I went ahead to fix the button. I decided to put 4 buttonholes because I didn't want it to be opening up and showing my body. So this is the final look of the blouse on me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will see you all in my next one.